Highs and Lows is a 3 to 4 player game. To play, you will need the number knockout board, the Think Square overlay, some blue tiles, red tiles, green tiles, and yellow tiles. The aim of the game is to get the highest score at the end by strategically choosing how you use all of your numbers from 0 to 20. To play the game, the first player chooses a number. For example, green might choose the number 10. Yellow would then choose the number 11. Blue might choose the number 12. And red might choose the number 0. If they're going to choose the lowest number, they might as well choose a 0. If you choose the lowest number during a round, you lose a point, which is represented with one red tile. If you're the highest person for that round, you gain a point, which is represented with the green tile. So at the moment, the scores are +1, -1, 0, and 0. The people in the middle don't get a point and don't lose a point. Play then continues, but now blue won last round, so they get to pick their number first. It's not an advantage to pick your number first because everyone else gets to see what's been played. So they might play the number 7. Red again might choose to use the number 1. And now that they've used the number 1, green can use the number 2 and still not lose a point. And yellow might use the number 3. This means that blue's won again with the number 7. So they get a green tile, the red team get another red tile, and we'll play one more round. So blue begins this round. They choose the number 8 this time. This time red's going to try to win. They'll choose 12. Green might choose 0. And that means yellow would try to choose 1, because if they're going to lose with 0, that means they're not going to lose with a 1. This time green lost, so they would get a red tile. Red won this time, so they lose one of their red tiles. Since these represent negative points, they lose a negative point. You know how to create the scores right or wrong. If there's the same amount of green as there are red, or if the whole total is 0, then you know you've got it right, because someone always gets a point and someone always loses a point. So your total of the tiles should always add to 0. The game continues until people keep using tiles and numbers get covered up. During a round, you can't use the same tile as somebody else. So if for example, somebody chose the number 7 in this round, so yellow chose 7, red could not choose 7. If they wanted to beat the yellow score, they would have to go all the way up to 13, which is their next available number. If they didn't want to do that, because that's a bit high, they would lose or be less than yellow. During the end of the game, people may be forced to choose the same number as somebody else, and if that happens, the second player to choose that number that had to be the same as somebody else would lose automatically, even if they placed a higher number than someone else during that round. We're nearing the end of the game now. The scores have changed and each player only has 2 numbers left. Yellow has 19 and 20. Blue has 15 and 10? Red has 19 and 20 and green has 19 and 20 left. It is now yellow's turn. Yellow place a tile on the number 20. They've guaranteed themselves a win now for that round. Blue will place their tile on the number 10. Red places theirs, since they can't copy, on the number 19. Now green has been forced to copy either red or yellow. Obviously they want to copy red because it's a lower number, and they're forced to because they've only got 2 options left. So they automatically lose this round, even though they've played the number 19 and blue played the number 10. So even though this was a lower number, they copied somebody else, so they lose. That means they get another red tile, which has a value of -1, and yellow gets the green tile, which has a value of +1. At the end, you'll add up who's got the highest score, and that's the winner.